If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, if you want to tell me you hate my videos, the best way to do it is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Meek Mill goes back to court, and French Montana spazzes on his security. Plus, Charlemagne calls out Megan Thee Stallion. Let's talk hip-hop.
I came here today, I wanted to thank everybody that ever stood for me out here, all the supporters and people who came out and supported me through the ups and downs in and out of the system. I'm very thankful from the bottom of my heart. Everybody that ever mentioned my name or said free Meek helped me get to this position. Meek free, I'm not on probation no more. Come up here myself and thank all the supporters, because I know y'all probably got family members in jail or people going through the same thing as me, and I will continue to do what I do with the reform movement and help the people that help me. So I thank y'all. Thanks for coming out and standing for me 1,000%, and everything great.
Yo, alright, so this thing has been going on for over 10 years. Meek Mill done got arrested when he was like 20 years old. He pled not guilty to a gun charge. Then they, gave him probation. He was on probation for a couple years. And then the judge, Brinkley, brought him back in and put him on probation for more years. And then he was on probation for those amount of years. And then Judge Brinkley brought him back in and put him on probation for more years. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she just wanted to find every little thing that Meek Mill was doing so that she could give him more years and more years to keep him like on the rope, right? This is crazy, right? So ever since then, Meek Mill actually was pulled back into court, and this was a couple years ago, and they gave him 2 to 4 years in jail even, Judge Brinkley, right? Which was crazy. But then, a lot of people petitioned, Jay-Z, Rock Nation, Robert Kraft, and they ended up getting Meek Mill out of jail, right? He left jail and he went in a helicopter straight to a basketball game, right? Or a football game. And then after that, he started doing like the reform thing and basically letting people kind of know that this is unfair treatment for him, but he was being selfless. Meek Mill was like, kind of forget about me, because a lot of people who don't even have money go through this too, where they don't have the ability and the power to fight the court system, and they end up being locked up and put on probation and all kinds of stuff for even longer than him, when his situation was pretty damn crazy and he was on probation for pretty long, right? So finally they announced, maybe about a month or two ago, that Meek Mill was like granted a new trial and a new case, which means that he would have a new judge, right? And this was dope, right? So the whole situation is Meek Mill was granted a new judge, so he wasn't on probation anymore. It was basically like, start from ground zero, start from day one, and now you have to go to court to prove your innocence or whatever against this charge. So then, he could smoke or whatever like that, because he wasn't on papers yet, right? So anyway, he had court again today, and the whole situation is they said, hey man, how do you plead? Literally back to ground zero. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty, right? This time he changed his plea, and before he pled not guilty, this time he changed his plea and he pled guilty, right? But then what they did was they just gave him time served, and it was like, okay, cool, you're guilty of a misdemeanor gun charge for having a gun without a license, and that's it. So it was actually pretty dope. Meek Mill left out of the courtroom. He did that little press conference that y'all seen right there. And he's finally off probation and does not have to go back to court anymore. But he does have a misdemeanor gun charge on his record, which I'm sure he doesn't care. It's not like Meek Mill has to get like hired at the bank or, at some doctor's office or anything like that. So he's cool with that and probably don't give a damn. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. alright, yo, so French Montana's from New York, right? And he from the hood, right? And he's from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, he knows how like niggas be moving in New York, right? So he's in New York chilling, but I think he was in Manhattan. He had his security around him, and I could see at least one big dude, but I think it was probably like 3 people that was with his security, right? Probably 2 of his homeboys that's like ready for whatever, and then like one big like security like dude, right? And you know, French Montana's just chilling in New York somewhere. Maybe he's going like to an interview or from an interview, whatever the case may be, and some like dude like with a red shirt on kind of like walks up behind, notices French Montana, right? Kind of walks up behind French Montana and tries to snuff him, right? The whole situation is though that, you know, French Montana got like them cat-like reflexes or whatever like that, and he managed to like jump out the way, whatever the case may be. But the whole situation is that after that whole thing happened, he was spazzing on his security and his team, like, how could y'all let somebody who's a stranger creep up behind me and get so close to me, right? Y'all supposed to be watching my back, right? Y'all supposed to be on the sides of me. Y'all supposed to be in the front. So how could this dude just kind of walk up behind me and try to like sneak hit me or something, right? So it was crazy. TMZ, you know, has a video that they put out of French Montana just like going off on them, but it wasn't like, he was just like, yo, how could y'all let that happen? It wasn't like he was spazzing the way that, you know, TMZ likes to make it sound, but he definitely was in public kind of scolding them and reprimanding them like, yo, y'all need to get y'all shit together, because guess what? This dude just crept up from behind me and almost, you know, did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? And this happens a lot, man. It happened to YBN Almighty Jay in New York. It happened to ASAP Rocky in Sweden. It happened to Future's bodyguard when he was like in Dublin or Brazil or somewhere. Future bodyguard, you know, so you know, you gotta make sure like your people's is on point, because you know, nowadays with like cell phones and social media and everybody, somebody will walk up to you and just really try to, you know, do something to you and film it just to get clout or whatever, or just to put it on their Instagram, which is crazy. I mean, 50 Cent almost had to square up with that one dude when the dude was like not trying to fight 50. He was like, just check out my Instagram, check out my Instagram. And 50 was like, yo, I almost had to fight you. And then 50 was like, that ain't gonna work. Remember when that happened? Because you walking up on dudes and I don't know what you intend on doing. You might just want me to check out your Instagram, but you might be trying to smack me in the back of the head. Like, how am I supposed to know, right? And 50 ain't even have no security, which is crazy, but that's a whole nother thing. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
How did Megan Thee Stallion win MTV Video Music Award last night?
Alright, so Megan Thee Stallion, right, wins the MTV Video Music Award last night, right? Which is dope, right? So shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. She's been grinding like all year. This is like her breakout year. She blew up, and she's been like accepted pretty much by the masses in hip hop, right? And this is cool. And I like her music too. I think that her songs are dope. They're catchy, all of that, right? So Charlemagne, he's on, you know, The Breakfast Club this morning, and he's basically talking about it, right? And he's like, how in the hell does Megan Thee Stallion win an MTV Music Award for a video that doesn't have a music video? Like, so that's what I'm saying. So it's like the song is out, but there's no video for it. So an MTV Video Award? How is that possible, right? And he kind of calls MTV out and Meg Thee Stallion, basically saying like, come on now, right? Well, we all know that this industry is full of politics. You know, the record labels do, you know, what they got to do so they artists could win. Everybody wants Megan Thee Stallion to win, and all of that is cool, but for MTV to just give her like a Video Music Award before the video comes out is a little crazy, and I kind of gotta agree with Charlemagne. But anyway, so she won for Best Power Anthem, so I guess that's like those songs that make you want to go, yeah, yeah, you know. And so, you know, Hot Girl Summer is like a huge, you know, saying and a huge anthem for the whole summer, and yo, we the hot girls, it's Hot Girl Summer and blah 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 blah. So you know, it was definitely, she was very influential, I would say that, right? And if there was a video out, I would even say okay, you could give it to her, even though the song hasn't even been out for like a month yet, when there's a bunch of other songs that was out a little bit longer, but whatever. So anyway, Megan Thee Stallion, she beat out Ariana Grande, 7 Rings. She beat out Wish Wish with Cardi B and 21 Savage, which was a dope song actually. So if that would have won, I'd have been like, yo, right? She beat out Nightmare by Halsey, Tempo by Lizzo, and Missy Elliott. And I like Tempo. I think that's a fire song. She beat out Maren Morris. I don't even know who the hell that is, right? She beat out Miley Cyrus, Mother's Daughter, and Taylor Swift, You Need to Calm Down, right? So she beat out all of those songs with a song that came out a whole lot, less than when those songs came out. Like, those songs been bubbling all through the summertime, and this song, Hot Girl Summer, literally came out like in the beginning of August, right? Which is crazy because it just shows you like the power that Megan Thee Stallion has, or maybe I should say like the power that her record label has, right? But Charlemagne kind of called him out on it, like a Video Music Award, right? The VMAs, for somebody who should have a video music out or a music video out, and you ain't even got a music video out for the song, so how you win a damn award? But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.